From Television City in Hollywood, CBS presents America's most exciting new show, The Joker's Wild. Now, here's the host of our show, Jack Berry.
Thank you. Thank you very much, and a most cordial welcome to a brand new and we hope very exciting show for you. It's called The Joker's Wild. It's a show where knowledge is king and Lady Luck is queen, and where winning players can win up to $25,000 in cash and prizes. In order to play the game and find out if anybody can win the money and prizes, we need a couple of players. So, Johnny Jacobs, would you introduce our first two players?
That I will, Jack. A mother of two who loves bridge and cooking, Susan Raphael. A former college student who'd like to win enough money to go back to school. Let's welcome Ed Hackey.
Welcome to The Joker's Wild. Susan and Ed, delighted to have you. We wish you both good luck. Susan, you are a cook. You like to cook?
I like to cook, and the trouble is I like to eat it, too.
Doesn't seem to have affected you a bit.
Thank you.
Ed, you say you want to win money to study. We hope you do win money on the program. What is it you want to study?
International Public Administration.
Sounds pretty highfalutin.
We work with the United Nations, something along those lines.
And very worthwhile. Well, players, you'll get a chance to learn the rules of the game along with our home audience and perhaps to win some money in just a moment. But first, we have these messages. And now, players, let's learn about the Joker's Wild. Each of you, during the playing of the game, will take turns pulling those levers in front of you, which start our category wheels spinning. If you come up with 3 different categories, like this, you can select any one of the categories, answer a question correctly, and you'll score $50. If you come up with a pair and a single, like this, a correct answer on the single category gets you $50. A correct answer on the pair gets you $100. If you make a triple like this and answer one question on that category correctly, you'll score $150. Now, we have jokers on the wheel. That's the name of the game. They're wild, and you can use them to make any combinations you like. First player to score $500 or more in proper turn wins the game, keeps the money, and plays a bonus round for some lovely prizes. One other thing, if at any time you get 3 jokers like this, you automatically win the game right then and there. In the first round, here are the categories we're going to be using. We'll be using cooking, Roaring Twenties, Julius Caesar, comic strips, and football. We'll let the lady go first. Susan, good luck to you. Give the wheels a spin. You've got football, and a joker. Let me point out to you your options. If you know anything about football, you can play it all the way across the board for $150, or you can go off the board and substitute on the joker with any of the 5 categories we're using. What do you prefer to do?
I'd like to substitute for cooking.
You want to go with cooking because you're a cook, which means you're playing only for $50 because it's only a single. Here's the question. What is the main ingredient in meringue?
Egg white.
Right, and you score $50. All right, there's our first score on the Joker's Wild. Ed, Hackey, if you'll pull those wheels, good luck to you. Julius Caesar, Joker, and the Roaring Twenties. You can make a pair on Julius Caesar for $100, or the Roaring Twenties as a pair, or substitute a category. What do you do?
I think I'll go for Julius Caesar.
This category is a pair, so it's worth $100. Here's the question. In 47 B.C., Caesar came, saw, and conquered the forces of Pharnaces at Zela in Asia Minor. For $100, what famous Latin quote is associated with this effort?
Veni, vici, vici.
You've got it for $100. End of the first round. 50 to 100 is the score. And it's right back to you, Susan, for your second spin. Good luck. Cooking, Roaring Twenties, and a joker.
I'll say cooking again.
I can't imagine why. $100 is at stake for this question. What is the cooking term used to describe food that is moistened occasionally while cooking or marinating? Is a term you use in cooking.
Oh, basting.
Yeah, that's right. Now you're up to $150. All right, Ed, you've got some catching up to do. Give him a whirl. football, joker, and cooking. What combination do you play?
Oh, Lord. I think I'll try the cooking myself.
There is much that one can be said right now, but here is your question on cooking for $100. What's the main ingredient in Welsh rabbit?
Cheese.
Hey, you're right for another $100. Well, 150 to 200 at the end of this round. Susan, it's your spin. Joker, comic strips, Julius Caesar. How do you
I'll
play?
try comic strips, please.
$100 riding on comic strips. The question. The boyfriend's name is Tubby, and her boyfriend's name is Tubby, and she has long sausage curls. Who is she?
Nancy?
No, I'm sorry. And now, when you miss a question in this game, the penalty is your opponent has the right to answer the same question for the same amount of money, and he gets it if he's right. Ed, do you know who she is?
Little Lulu.
You've got it for $100. Score $300 to $150. All right, and Ed, you also pick up a turn right here because you answered her question and it was your proper turn, so spin if you will. Football, cooking, football.
Football.
You don't say that with too much conviction. Here's your question. It's worth $100 because you have a pair. First, he was a star running back at Syracuse, then the star fullback at the Cleveland Browns, winning the National League's Most Valuable Player Award. For $100, now he stars in the movies. Can you name him?
Rosie Greer.
No, that's not right. I can tell football's not your category. There's $100 riding on this, Susan, if you can tell me who we're talking about.
His name's Brown, too.
Jim Brown is right. You get $100. All right, 250 to 350. Susan, it's your pull. Go ahead. Julius Caesar, Roaring Twenties, pair on Caesar.
I'll try the Roaring Twenties, please.
All right, you don't want to go with Julius Caesar. You'll try the Roaring Twenties, which is worth $50, which would give us a tie ball game. Then this 1925 play is again enjoying a second life on Broadway. What is the name of this famous musical that contains the hits Tea for Two and I Want to Be Happy?
No, no, Nanette.
You're right for $300. And it's a tie ball game, but it's Ed's turn right now. So, Ed, let's see what you do. Cooking, joker, football.
Cooking.
Why not? A $100 question on cooking, which would bring you to $400 and very close to a victory. Milk which has soured to the point where it is thick and curdy but not separated is known by a certain name. What is it known as?
Cottage cheese.
I don't know, right? That isn't the answer I've got here. I'm sorry, that's wrong. You can pick up $100 here, Susan. What's it known as?
Could you please repeat the question?
Yes. Milk which has soured to the point where it is thick and curdy but not separated is known by a certain name. By what name?
Curds?
No, that's wrong, too. It's clabber. Clabber. I'm sorry, nobody scores. And so, it's right back to you, Susan. Spin them if you will. Comic strips? Comic strips. Joker! What do you do?
I'll try comic strips, please.
Yeah, and you're not very happy about it, are you? It's worth $150. You'd have $450. Here's the question. What was the name of the newspaper where Clark Kent and Lois Lane worked? Quiet, audience. Please.
The Globe?
No, not the Globe. Ed, you can pick up $150. What was the name?
The Daily Planet.
You've got it for $450. And we stay right with you. You've got $450. Any correct answer will put you over 500 and will give you the game. So, let's find out what you do now immediately after this message.